My name's Maddie, I'm 15 years old and I play the keyboard. The thing that made me get into keyboard was having my dad as a musician, and so I wanted to try an instrument, and I decided I'd try keyboard. I decided to try keyboard because it interested me and I felt like I would enjoy it, and I seen people play it and I wanted to play it as well. How I learned the keyboard was going to group lessons at the university. There were about 20 other people and it was just the basics as I was just starting to learn, so I was learning the notes. We did mainly practical and reading music. And I then moved into private lessons. The private lessons are better than the group lessons as the tutor isn't teaching 20 other people at the same time where it's just you and you move along quicker. I'd prefer to work at my own speed rather than having to wait on other people. In keyboard there are different grades which you play, so you start off at beginner and then you go to initial and then grade 1, 2, 3, etc. I have 2 certificates for doing 2 exams for grade 1 and 2. My mum drives me to my keyboard lessons, which are half an hour each every Monday. I do my lessons at the tutor's house and it's got a keyboard set up, but I use my own. I prefer to use my own keyboard to play because I'm used to it, and every keyboard has different functions and I know what function is which. I go in 3 minutes earlier and then the last person's just finishing their lesson, and then the keyboard teacher will greet me and say, "Hi, how's your day?" and then I'll set up my stuff. I wait for the last person to finish their lesson, and then once they've packed up they do theory work, and then I put my keyboard up and then we start with either scales, the pieces or oral. Scales is a key thing in keyboard, so people do it to warm up. After I play a piece, she'll tell me what I need to work on, and then we'll play it probably 4 times and she'll give me feedback. When I learn a new song, my keyboard tutor, she writes down the fingering, so your thumb is your first finger. She writes it above the note so I know what finger to use on what note, and also I just start off learning the notes. Once I know the notes of one part, then I'll learn the chords. Once I know the chords, I'll add rhythm to it. She has a notebook where she writes out everything I do in it, so she writes down the pieces and then what I'm doing with the pieces, whether I'm just playing it notes by itself or with chords, and she writes if I need to improve on things, and she writes down the scales that I did and the chord sequences. She writes either good or needs work. I do not like it when other people are in the room when I'm practicing. I just prefer it to be myself and the tutor. If there's other people in the room, it sort of distracts me and then I sort of forget what I'm doing. I finish my keyboard lesson with my tutor, and then her husband does theory-based stuff, so I do that with him for about 5 or 10 minutes. Playing the keyboard does relax me and it makes me happy.